Hey everybody, Logan here. It's finally, what feels like after ages, the GameSir G7 Pro Tri-Mode is here. What's funny about this one? This isn't even the one I ordered from GameSir. Yeah, no, I still haven't gotten that one. Apparently it was delayed. Amazon had it before. I ordered the red one. They said it got delayed, the black and red one, yeah, along with the T7 Pro, but lo and behold, Amazon had it right away. And what's weird, have you guys seen my last couple videos about the G7 Pro? This is the Tri-Mode. They went and released this, and before the official release date, they announced the Xbox wireless one. That's the one everybody wants, because this is Xbox first and foremost, and PC secondary. That's how all the Xbox controllers are. So most people I've seen in the comment section have canceled their pre-orders on this one because they don't want this one. They don't want it wired. They want that Wu-Chang wireless Xbox version. But lo and behold, I still have to open this. I still have to unbox it, and I still have to test it for everybody who is getting it. And well, when that wireless one comes out, oh, you bet your butt I'll be comparing them. So let's open this bad boy, see if it's worth it. It's 80 bucks. Better be. Here we go. It's finally here. The G7 Pro Tri-Mode. So there's a couple things right away that irked me when they announced it. And well, when they announced the wireless version, it irked me even more because this isn't technically wireless. It's wireless for PC. But honestly, if you have a PC and that's what you play on, GameSir makes a Cyclone 2. And you technically don't need this one at this price when you can get the Cyclone 2 for your PC at $50 compared to $80. Cyclone 2 is fantastic. But like I said, first and foremost, this is an Xbox controller. This is going to be mainly for Xbox gamers. Or well, we thought it was. So it's going to be a $80 wired controller for Xbox or an $80 wireless controller for PC. And again, if you're playing it on PC, it hurts to say the Cyclone 2 is just better. For the price. TMR sticks as well and all that other good stuff. I'm not sure what makes this an $80 controller besides Xbox functionality as well. So let's take a closer look. I might change my mind by the time we're done with this video, but as of right now, I'm a little sad because of the wireless Xbox Wu-Chang version, but I've gone on long enough. Let's look at the box and get her open. So it says G7 Pro Tri-Mode, Xbox wired, mobile, and PC wireless controller. Comes with 1 month of Game Pass Ultimate. It has a stand, it has the different buttons and the dongle. Tri-mode connection, drift-proof TMR sticks, that's always fantastic. Hall/clicky trigger stops, and GameSir Nexus app. That means you can download the GameSir Nexus app on your Xbox and do all that programming and whatnot that you can with pretty much every GameSir controller. You can also do it on the PC, but it's, again, this is an Xbox controller first and foremost, so you download it on your Xbox. And if you look at the back, it's a fantastic looking controller. I like everything about it from what I'm seeing, but come on. Licky trigger stops. Licky trigger stops. Okay. High precision TMR sticks. Optical micro switch ABXY buttons. 2 mappable flappy paddles with claw buttons on the top. 3-port detachable faceplate. That is pretty cool that it has 3 detachable faceplates, but the back isn't, so it's going to look a little weird. I want to see that. 3.5mm headphone jack, 2 lockable back flappy paddles, and rubber-coated anti-slip texture grips. So this was a little extra, in my opinion. The faceplate's cool, but the grip faceplates, that's kind of weird. It's cool. Don't get me wrong. I think it's cool on paper, but again, let's open this up. I'm just going to slice this. There we go. I will say I love these. It's always great. That feels fantastic in the hand. But now it just makes me want the wireless version so much more. Those sticks. That disc D-pad. Not a big fan of disc D-pads. Oh, that's nice. And it's not one of those mechanical buttons where it's yelling at you when you press like clack, clack, clack. No, it's subtle. That is nice. I like the fact that it's clear. It takes a little page out of the Cyclone 2. I really like the placement of those buttons. Like, that is beyond comfortable. That's cool that it's got that little piece right there that will hold the Type-C cable in place. If we look at the back, we got 2 sets of flappy paddles. So you got 4 programmable buttons. A lot of people are going to complain, it needs 4. It needs 4. It does have 4. It's funny because a lot of the companies will put 2 here and 2 here, and they're like, no, it needs 4. But it cannot have these and have 4 back here, and then they're completely fine with that. I do not understand people on the internet. So if we look back here, we go from Bluetooth to dongle. So that's going to be your technically other 2 modes, wired Bluetooth dongle. And then here is the patent GameSir flappy paddle locks. Then if you look on the bottom, you got your sync, and then you've got your audio button, macro, capture, menu buttons, Xbox home button. That feels really nice. Facebook. Oh, oh, good lordy, that is amazing. Oh, wow. Oh, wow. And these come off too, I think. So how do you pop these? Yep. I cannot wait to see the customization options. But the funny thing is the front ain't going to match the back. Wow, that is nice. Actually, no, that doesn't want to come off. I'm not going to pull that off. I'm sure it can, but I'm not going to pull that off. So you can remove the D-pad. That's on there tight. There we go. So you get 2 other D-pads. You get a raised disc and a standard plus D-pad. I prefer the standard plus, but we're going to try them both out. So if you put this, let's put this controller back together. Okay, so I'm not a big fan of that with the gaps because you can get dust and stuff down in there if you leave that on there, and not a big fan of the way that looks. Yeah, not a big fan. Don't like that. That's killing my fingers. Don't make me use my knife to slide up under this thing. Well, at least we know it's not like the Xbox Elite that easily comes off. So let's try this one. I think this is the one I'm going to go with. And it does still have the audio. That's funny that it has it here, but they decided not to put it on this D-pad. I'm not going to push that in all the way because I want to see how that looks. This is funny. I think I prefer the flat disc. I really think I prefer the flat disc. So, and it's marked so you can't put it in wrong. The top has that little indent or divot or whatever notch thing. I actually think I like that better. That's an amazing controller. In all honesty, it feels great. It looks great. Features are fantastic. $80. If it was wireless for Xbox, this would be a dang near perfect controller. But you know what? We got to do the out-of-the-box testing and see how it feels. Because if it sucks when I'm playing a game, I highly doubt it. But if it sucks, then it ain't worth it. So let's test it out. Alright, this is rather interesting. I bet you were expecting to see controllertest.org or something from GamePadla. Well, that's interesting. GamePadla has nothing. Wasn't really surprised by that. But yeah, controllertest.org did not recognize the controller input via USB cable or USB dongle. Extremely weird. So I'm going to definitely have to do an update video for latency alone, just because everything that I would normally use isn't recognizing this. I plug it into my PC. I can launch Steam using the Xbox button. I can play just fine, but it's not being detected by anything on... What's funny is controllertest.org will only recognize that button. Nothing else. But right now I currently have it plugged into my Xbox, as you can see, just fine. Very strange. So yes, I'm going to do a follow-up video after 1 week of usage and give you the updated latency. Hopefully things will change by then, but I can't give you a real-time latency test without that. And I don't have any other latency detector or devices out there. I use controllertest.org. Very interesting. Very interesting. So right now we are going to make sure it is updated to the utmost degree. So let's select it. This is the GameSir Nexus app for Xbox, so you can test the vibration here. You've got your settings auto on, auto off. You got your dead zones set very low. Anti-dead zones. You've got hair trigger mode, dead zone, hair trigger mode, dead zone for left trigger and right trigger. Alrighty. So that's what we get here. Then you can set your profiles. And that's all using the M plus A, B, X, and Y to set your different profiles. And I think that's about it. New version found. Detect controller firmware. Okay, let's upgrade. Alright, there we go. That took an extremely long time. For you, that was nothing because I had to speed that up. But that took quite a bit of time to update this controller. Alright, so nothing changed here, but you can still map everything there for the L4, L5, flappy paddles and claw buttons. Alrighty. Nothing I want to change here. Let's see what else we have over here. Reset. Button test. Ooh, button test. So everything is working. Without a doubt, everything's working. Whee! Oh. That's actually super fast on that D-pad. Flappy paddle test. Is this the closest I'm going to get to latency? There's no numbers. All right, so with that, hold to go to original value. That is completely fine. And hold B to end the test. Go back to home. There you go. That's the best we got, but at least we know there's an update. I don't know what the update does. I guess this is what happens when you get the controller a little early. 2 days early is what I got it, but this is technically going live a day before it ships. So yeah. All right, next best thing we can do is test it with the game, of course. Alright, this controller feels fantastic. I mean, wow. Wow. That's without trigger locks. Let's put on trigger locks. Possibly some of the best trigger locks. None of the buttons come pre-programmed, so like I showed, you do have to do that in the Nexus app. That makes life a lot easier. Oh, wow. I mean, those trigger locks are just insane. Oh. Response is ridiculously fast. I mean, at only 250 hertz on Xbox and 1000 hertz on PC, this is a game changer. I know some people are saying, "Oh, but you're just saying..." No. I would recommend this over the Cyclone 2 if you want to use it on Xbox as well. Again, I just wish it was wireless, and we got that wireless version coming out, so keep that in mind. We don't know a price yet as of recording for the wireless one. I'm assuming something tells me it's going to be $100. Well, this one's $80. I think it's going to be a $100 controller. But this, I mean, and even after the update, I did try to go back to controllertest.org, and it still did not. Wow, okay, I so whiffed that. It still didn't recognize the controller. Not sure what's up with that. Kind of confusing. Oh, that feels fantastic. Again, no pre-map, so that's completely fine. The controller feels great. I mean, the sticks are buttery smooth. Are they as smooth as Switch 2 Pro controller? No, completely different tech, but probably some of the best sticks I've used on Xbox thus far. Oh, sheesh. And for mechanical buttons, they are so much quieter than even using standard mechanical buttons or your membrane buttons. I mean, this is just... Whew, this is a great controller. I'm definitely going to have to do the 1 week update impression. And since I've got the black and red one coming in, I will probably have an unboxing or some kind of update with that controller in that video as well. So hopefully by then I can get it to work with controllertest.org or find another program of some sort so I can definitely get you the latency, because I feel like I'm doing you a disservice by not getting you those latency numbers on a controller that can be used with PC. When it comes to console latency, depending on what you're playing and depending on the controller, I don't think it's that big of a deal, especially like Switch controllers. But if you can use it on PC, yes, you definitely definitely need those latency numbers. And Xbox, again, it depends on the controller. If it's just a plug and play, let your little nephew play, cool, those numbers don't really matter. But if you're buying an $80 Pro controller, numbers matter. So as soon as I can get those out to you, I definitely will. Until then, I'm giving this controller a solid B+. The reason I'm giving it a B+ is we know it can be wireless for Xbox, and this isn't. That's the only problem I have with this controller. Otherwise, if it was wireless, and when I get my hands on that Wu Chang wireless G7 Pro for Xbox, that might be the perfect Xbox controller. I guess we'll have to wait and see. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you haven't already, hit that subscribe button, hit that like button, share this video. Did you pick up a GameSir G7 Pro tri-mode, or are you waiting for the GameSir G7 Pro wireless Xbox controller? Let me know. Drop it in the comment section below. I will be following up this video again with more information on this as I can get it. Hopefully, again, I can get you those latency numbers or find another way to get you those. Because as of right now, again, nothing that I use has any information or will recognize it, and I find that extremely weird. So we'll see, even after the update. Again, thank you guys so much for watching. If you haven't already, hit that subscribe button, hit that like button, share this video. God bless each and every one of you. Like we always say, be legendary. Thanks again.